Welcome back, and we begin with politics. It's not about the PDP or the APC this time. It's about the new Nigeria People's Party. Reports about the planned defection of the state government, the governor by extension, to the All Progressives Congress may have divided the party, with party members in Kano State reportedly being opposed to this move, especially because the national leader of the party is also, according to reports, not in support. Let's get an aerial view perspective of what exactly is happening with the new Nigeria People's Party as far as this development is concerned. And joining us on the program this morning, we have Mr. Olaposi. He is the National Secretary of the new Nigeria People's Party. He joins us virtually on the program this morning. Mr. Olaposi, thank you for joining us on the program.
Good morning. Thank you, and Happy New Year in advance.
Happy New Year to you too. So let's begin with what is the official position of the party at the national level to this planned defection of the Kano State governor to the All Progressives Congress, beyond the reports that we're getting from Kano itself.
Thank you very much. And I want to use this opportunity to congratulate all Nigerians that as we are ushering 2026, we are getting to a new dimension of politics by which everybody will be looking forward to 2027, which is a kind of a deciding year where Nigerians will elect new leaders. Having said that, political party is a voluntary organization. And I want to say it loud and clear here that Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso and Kwankwasiyya group, they joined New Nigeria People's Party less than 3 years ago. And he came along with Governor Abba Yusuf and all other people like Senator Nkuyi, who are also from the TNM and other groups that came to join New Nigeria People's Party. It is highly unfortunate that these renegades of politicians that are not ready to serve, they pretend to Nigerians. They pretend to the commoners, the electorates, as if they have something to offer. They don't have what we call politics of ideology. So as a matter of fact, we know that there are a lot of mistakes that have been made by accepting Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso and Kwankwasiyya group that were politically naked before 2023 election to come into a party, and they were clothed by the benevolence of Dr. Boniface Okechukwu Aneboda, who is the founder of New Nigeria People's Party. And that is the name that they are afraid to hear. Even God himself that created heaven and earth, for every political party, every institution, there must be some people behind it that created it. So Dr. Boniface Okechukwu Aneboda was the masterminder and the person behind the coming of Kwankwaso to New Nigeria People's Party through his benevolence. Not know the kind of person he is, that they are just nomadic politicians. They are not playing politics of ideology. The New Nigeria People's Party is a party with ideology. So whatever is coming from Kano, that they want to move to APC, they are planning to, enough of all this grandstanding and all these stories. Let them be man enough to do whatever they want to do. These people, they want to use NNPP as a bargaining power with the presidency. I want to use this opportunity to make it known to the president that Kwankwaso is not the owner of NNPP, and Abba Yusuf is under suspension, even as a governor, as a sitting governor. All right. I was the one that the NWC of our party gave the mandate to announce his suspension.
Well, Mr. Orgini,
so he's a governor that is already suspended.
Right, Mr. Orgini, just
and we thought that maybe he will see reasons to come back and sit down with the party
quickly,
and do the right thing.
Mr. Ogini, quickly,
So
let's
as far
try to
as we are
situate
concerned,
some issues. If you
they
can hear
don't
me,
even have
Mr.
a
Ogini,
party.
let me come in quickly here so we can situate some issues for Nigerians. Your claim to the position of National Secretary of the party, NNPP, is deemed illegal because just a quick look at INEC's website shows that you are not recognized as a National Secretary. Instead, Mr. Dipo Olayoku is recognized, and National Chairman Dr. Ajuji Ahmed is recognized. So just to situate that, so Nigerians know what INEC recognizes and understands at least your own claim in proper context. So where are you in all of this? You don't seem to be supporting Kwankwaso, you don't seem to be supporting the governor of Kano State, and you in Ogun State, I mean, a lot of people see you as an appendage of the APC. So what exactly is playing out here, at least from your own side? Who are you in support of?
Okay, Kiolu, let me say this loud and clear. Number one, the Federal Capital Territory judgment of 3rd of April 2025 has affirmed us and has declared Agbo major-led executive.
Please go ahead, Mr. Ogini.
They have declared Agbo major-led executive as the authentic leader of New Nigeria People's Party. Talking of FCT judgment now, and the beauty of that judgment that produced Comrade Ogini Olaposi Sunday as the National Secretary of this party is that it was Kwankwaso's group led by Ajuji that went to court as plaintiff to challenge a legitimate convention, and they lost, and their case was dismissed, and they become the judgment debtor in FCT judgment of 3rd of April. And we have approached INEC, we have written to INEC to update the record of our party in accordance with the legitimacy of that convention. And you know, we have Supreme Court judgment that have said it loud and clear that it's only a political party that can determine their leadership. And the New Nigeria People's Party has declared their leadership. So what remains for INEC is just to update. And thank God, we have said it in different fora. I've called out a press conference about it, that we have new sheriff in town. Mahmoud Yakub may be dilly-dally, they may have anything they are doing at the back with Mahmoud Yakub. It doesn't concern us. We believe in democratic system that we have, and we are pursuing it legitimately to ensure that what the court says, because they have gone to challenge a legitimate convention and they failed, therefore INEC has no option led by Agbo Major, and which I am the authentic National Secretary of the party. So, Okikiolu, the issue of whether I am on the INEC list for that, it doesn't come around to sustain anything.
Mr. Ogini.
About 2 weeks ago, their record was updated. And I can tell you that we have a professor of law now at the heads of affairs of INEC. And he knows what the law says. So if Yakubu Mahmoud has done all the mess there, we know that Professor Joe Asabi-Peter will do justice.
Well, Mr. Ogini.
We are not deterred, we are not bothered about that.
Mr. Ogini, pardon me if I may come in here. In some cases, you know, on INEC's website, in the section for political parties, the executives, if they're contended, in some cases, they may be put out there as contended. But in this case, there's no contention. There's no rider saying National Secretary by court order. All these executives here are clearly stated without any contention. So we wonder where your own challenge as far as court litigations are concerned is coming from. But we await whatever outcomes of the litigations that you are referring to. But still, you have not been categorical about where you stand or where your group of the party stands as far as this planned defection is concerned. You say some people are only using the NNPP to negotiate. Who are these some people that you're referring to? Please give us clarification.
Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso is the one that is trying to hold the party in the jugular just for negotiation. And I want to say it loud to all Nigerians, that some of them that are parading themselves that they want to lead the country, they want to be president, they know they can't be anything. They are just using that presidential ticket as a meal ticket. I was the one that the party also used to challenge Kwankwaso to drag him to EFCC for all the money he collected concerning the 2023 election, and the case is still with EFCC as we are speaking now. And he was the one that rushed to Kanoya Court to stampede the investigation of EFCC. If Kwankwaso is man enough, if he's as clean as he claimed to be, if it's the truth that Agora is claiming to be, let him stop and say EFCC are available for investigation.
So is your
written a letter, and the letter, the EFCC, they have acted decisively on it, and I believe investigation is going, and nobody should be greater than heading Nigeria. Now, coming to 2027, now they want to move here as nomadic politician, like I said, we are not bothered, because NNPP has been winning election before the advent of Kwankwaso and his group. So rather than being a blessing to this party, Kwankwaso and his Kwankwasiyya group, they are more of a cause to NNPP. Because since they have came, there has been a lot of rancoring and all things. We accepted them in good faith. We welcomed them in good faith with the benevolence of Dr. Boniface Okechukwu and Ebola. But they are betrayers. They disappointed the party because what Kwankwaso really want to do is to steal the intellectual property of another person and make it his own. He was parading the party as if he's the founder of NNPP.
Mr. Ogini, Mr. Olaposi, pardon me if I may come in here. I'd like to appeal to you to choose your words carefully, especially because those whom you're, casting aspersions on, quote and unquote, are not here to defend themselves. But if you have reservations about the position and influence of Dr. Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso in the NNPP, what exactly then is your position or the position of your group as far as the planned defection of the governor of Kano State is concerned? Are you in support or against?
I said it, my dear sister, that the governor is under suspension, and the suspension has been extended, thinking that he will come back and reason along to look at the. They know the truth. They know the root of the party. They know where the party belongs, and because he has been moving around with Kwankwaso and his Kwankwasiyya group, we slam suspension on the sitting governor. That is where we are different from PDP. We are not afraid of anybody. And Kwankwaso, as we are speaking, has been expelled from the party. So trying to use the name of NNPP that they want to move to APC is still using this as a meal ticket. They should go to APC as a Kwankwasiyya group. Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso has a right as a Nigerian to move to any political party of his choice. He has been jumping from one party to the other over the years. Tell the truth before Nigerians. Kwankwaso has been in PDP, has been in APC. He came to NNPP. He wants to go to the PDP, or he wants to go to ADC again. Shouldn't make anybody jittery at all. That is their nature. These people are nomadic politicians. They are not running politics of ideology. They are running politics of stomach infrastructure. They are saying that they want to get ticket to be president just to fetter their, and also to enrich themselves. It's not because of service. We've discovered that, and we have the evidence, and we have challenged Kwankwaso in front of EFCC and competent courts. So what we are saying is that as a legitimate new Nigerian People's Party, it is good riddance to bad rubbish that they want to leave the party. It won't make anybody jittery. Nobody is bothered about it. Nobody is worried about it. Let them be man enough of grandstanding and telling stories. Enough of telling people that we want to go today, we are going tomorrow, trying to bring attention to themselves. They are just trying to invite unnecessary attention. They want the president to know that, oh, we have a party in our hand, and they don't have any party in their hand. They are already partyless. They have no option than to move to APC or to any party they are talking about. And the problem within them is that probably the governor wants to do something. Kwankwaso that is holding him in the jugular still want to do another thing. And as a matter of fact, as a political party, we are not afraid of that. We are saying bye-bye to them. Let them go on time. Enough of all these grandstanding and stories. They want to use NNPP as a political party to negotiate. And we are telling Nigerians that they are not bringing our party to negotiate. They are going to that alliance as an individual. It is their constitutional right to do that.
Right.
Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso has the right when he came, we accepted him. If you want to go to his negotiating with ADC in the night, he will be talking about APC. When you talk about APC, you will see him criticizing the president.
All right. Mr. Ogini, well, some have said that. Isn't this what, in quote, smaller political parties are all about, using them as negotiation with the big parties, some sort of bargaining chip here and there? That's what has been said time and again. But just to be clear, if you say that you've suspended the governor of Kano State, so it means that the NNPP does not have a state, or your NNPP does not have a state it governs. Even for the lawmakers as well, what does NNPP, at least your NNPP, what can you lay claim as at least an evidence of success as a political party?
Thank you very much. That we have a successful outing in Kano, and we have a governor, does not mean that we should condone indiscipline. The problem of this country today is that political party fail to rise up to occasion. And I love what the president said, that it will not help any political party that is in crisis, that is happy to see them in that pain. For instance, our brothers in PDP, they caused the problem for themselves because they were unable to instill discipline. They were afraid of suspending people they needed to do at the right time. What they did now was doing the right thing at the wrong time. And that is why PDP is right. Nobody should blame the president for that. In NNPP, we did what is right at the right time because we are not afraid. The governor is not the one feeding us, not the one building the party that I stayed there for 22 years. So why should we be afraid to tell him and to tell the truth to the power? This is the governor that you have in history of Nigeria, that the secretary to that government, Bichi, resigned because the governor did not listen to what they are telling him. He wants to be following.
We lost you momentarily. But it looks like a connection glitch, but we'll try and reestablish connection with Mr. Olaposi. Okay, go ahead. I think we have you back now.
New Nigeria People's Party, we are not afraid to do the right thing at the right time. So,
well, the connection strikes again. Mr. Ogini, we'll try this one more time.
It's because we live,
go ahead.
We believe in God, and we believe that we can welcome people into our midst without any problem. As far as we are concerned, the leader, the deputy minority leader in the House, Honorable Madaki, is still with us in the party. He's still a member of NNPP, the original NNPP, the NNPP with the basket of fruit, the NNPP that had a lot of promises of new Nigeria for Nigerians. They are still with us. So even those people that left, like Senator Kawu, Honorable Ruru, they left because of this attitude of Kwankwaso. Kwankwaso has dragged a lot of people are now out of the party. So they know that they can't win any election again. And they have been fair. We can't even give them our ticket. Where is the ticket for a suspended governor to run? He has no option than to look for where to go. So we cannot say that because we are successful in Kano, we will condone indiscipline. Indiscipline is one of the problems because nobody is afraid to do anything. because nobody is asking questions. This is the political party that we have been bold enough to suspend a sitting governor. It is on record. This is a political party that we are bold enough to expel Senator Rabi Musa Kwankwaso, despite his popularity, because we discovered that they are not coming to us to serve. They are the pretenders. They are not contenders. And we want Nigerians to be weary of them. NNPP has exposed them. Let even where they are going, they know that if you sell your brother for free, those people that will buy them, your brother from you, will not even trust you. They are not people to be trusted. What our founder, our spiritual leader, Dr. Boniface Okechukwu and Ebona did was in good faith to welcome Kwankwaso and make sure that it's comfortable without a dime. Let them come and say it to all Nigeria. They joined this party without paying a dime. Even Kwankwaso did not pay for his presidential nomination. I'm saying it loud and clear. We welcome all of them on a free ticket.
All right.
And now they have the victory. All what they want to do is to steal the intellectual property of this party and for Kwankwaso to convert the party to its own personal estate, which is unacceptable, and it can never be possible.
Mr. Guinea.
And we thank God for the justice of Justice Hassan that has made it clear that they have no power to challenge a legitimate convention that produced me as the secretary and produced Major Habo as the national chairman of this great party.
Mr. Ogini, your position on all of these issues, is reflective of the deeper issues dividing the New Nigeria People's Party, and we wonder what the NNPP would look like after the defection, or if the governor of Kano State indeed defects. But we must thank you, for bringing your own insights to the challenges within the party, and we hope for, an amicable resolution. Mr. Ogini Olaposi is National Secretary of the NNPP. Well, let's put it out there. That is National Secretary of a group of the NNPP. Thank you for coming on the program.
All the group, the authentic NNPP, for God's sake.
Thank you for coming on the program.
Thank you very much.
It gets interesting where politicking is concerned in Nigeria. We'll take a moment now. When we return, it'll be time to get updates from that ghastly accident that claimed the lives of 2 aides of heavyweight boxer Anthony Joshua. But as we told you earlier, Anthony Joshua himself and one other passenger in the vehicle are in stable condition, thankfully. We'll get updates on that event after this timeout. Do stay with us.